Hello, I am Professor Pallav Dasgupta. I am a professor of computer science and engineering at IIT Kharagpur. I feel very happy and privileged that I have been asked by the institute to lead this unique Academy of Classical and Folk Arts from its inception. Today we are going to take you through a small tour of the Academy and what it stands for. So let's see what the Academy interiors look like. The Academy premises, which has been given to us by the institute, has two major parts. One part is the music classroom, which is going to cater to teaching and learning process of music. And on the other side, we have an art studio, which is going to house different types of art installations and is also going to serve as the venue for different types of exhibitions and teaching learning of fine arts.
The objective goals of the Academy includes education, global outreach, heritage preservation, research and innovation.
One of the very important goals of the Academy is to get our students, who are not only bestowed by exceptional intelligence and academic excellence, but over the years we have noticed that many of our students are also excellent musicians and artists. So far we did not have a forum through which they could learn, practice and disseminate their work. So one of the goals of the Academy is to set up such a process, and we hope that through the participation of the students we are going to take this thing to a new level.
Some of the research initiatives are studying the deep structure of ragas, formalizing a modern pedagogy rooted in the spirit of creativity, connecting research with cognitive influences of music.
Research is of course a very important component of the Academy. We have already started research in the area of music and fine arts through the Sandhi initiative, the Science and Heritage initiative of IIT Kharagpur. And through this Academy we are going to lead research in Indian musicology, in various forms of technology for preservation, technologies for enhancing the quality of teaching learning of music and fine arts. And through this we are going to see very interesting connections. As a professor of artificial intelligence myself, I see immediately very interesting connections between the cognitive aspects of Indian raga music. I learnt the music instrument sitar for a few years, and I can see the connections that go between the left brain, right brain coordination, and how we can actually take this understanding of learning of music to absolutely new and emerging topics like machine learning and AI. The other two very important pillars of this Academy will be global outreach, because we believe that the urge to learn about Indian culture and Indian music and Indian art forms is widely prevalent in the world. Many of the top institutions in the world have dedicated centers for Indian culture and Indian heritage. So this is going to serve as a conduit for offering different types of courses for the audience worldwide, and thereby bringing our heritage and our traditional art forms to the world stage. We also have a very ambitious program for heritage preservation, This not only means archiving, but also archiving of the underlying theory and the essential elements of Indian music and art. For example, we have started with the blessing of Pandit Ajoy Chakraborty, a very ambitious project of archiving the deep structure of Indian ragas, and our aim is to do this for 100 ragas. And Panditji has been our mentor, our torch bearer and our brand ambassador in many ways, and our big brother, and he is helping us in shaping our research in these areas. I am very happy to have a lot of colleagues who are also uniquely talented and are part of this academy. I would like to specially mention, we are privileged to have Padma Bhushan Pandit Ajoy Chakraborty as the distinguished professor and mentor of the academy. I am also grateful for the support of several of my colleagues across various departments, including Professor Joy Sen of the Department of Architecture and Regional Planning, Professor Anandarup Bhattacharya from the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Professor Arnab Roy from the Department of Aerospace Engineering, and Professor Priyadarshi Patnaik from the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences. We also have with us Dr. Arnab Bhajra from the Nehru Science and Technology Museum. We are very thankful to our alumni, the institute, and the eminent musician Pandit Ajoy Chakraborty for conceiving and bringing the academy into its existence. For example, about a couple of years ago, our distinguished alumnus Sri Arjun Malhotra approached us asking us that for our students, could we actually have an academy for various art forms and for music. And we immediately responded positively, and he has been very helpful with the IIT Foundation, with Ron Gupta and others to garner support for this academy, and alumnus such as Sri Mukund Padmanabhan has generously contributed. Arjun and his son have also generously contributed to setting up this academy, and the institute has given us overwhelming support in conceiving and bringing this academy into its life.
I want to congratulate IIT Kharagpur for the launch of the Academy of Classical and Folk Art. I'm sorry I can't be there in person, but my best wishes are with you always and for the success of this academy. Thank you.
Dear friends, namaskar to everyone present over here. On the 70th day and foundation day of this institute, IIT Kharagpur, which started sometime in 1951. We are very fortunate that on this day itself, we are going to inaugurate another academy of classical and folk arts. And who could be the better person to inaugurate this academy better than most respected, eminent musician Padma Bhushan Pandit Ajoy Chakraborty. We are very honored, sir, because of your presence here, and we feel that with your presence in this academy over the period whenever you will get time, I know that you may not get time enough to come to this place, but whenever you get time, we will be very honored that you will be with us and we will be getting the benefit of your knowledge that you have in the field of music. I am confident that because of your presence, the students will be very much helped, and they would like that this sort of knowledge and culture and ethics embedded in the music will definitely create a wonderful ecosystem for them to work in their field. I think they will use both their brains, both sides of their brains, and they will be in a better position to have a better human being, a better scientist, a better technologist. In fact, the new education policy which has come up just a couple of days back also talks of integrating science, arts and ethics along with all the other education systems, disciplines of knowledge, so that the students get one of the best possible education, seamless education irrespective of the disciplines, the various kinds of activities which they wanted us to have in this new education policy. So, this will be very much in line with the new education policy and the Atmanirbhar Bharat that we are going to have this academy. In fact, we wanted to inaugurate this on 15th of March this year, but because of the COVID pandemic, which all of us are aware, this could not be held. But even nevertheless, this is a better time that we have here today on the 70th day of our the foundation day of our institute. For this, I am very grateful to you, sir, that you are here with us to inaugurate this academy. You are our distinguished professor, and we will always like to get your help and cooperation whenever you come to this institute. I request you to inaugurate this Academy of Classical and Folk Arts, and we will enjoy this activity, of course, on a online basis, but then we feel as if we are in front of you, and we will cherish when you come to this institute your presence. With this, I request you again to come and launch the academy. Thank you very much.
Thank you and namaskar to all, and my most respect to Dr. Tiwari for the kind words you have mentioned for a tiny student, small student of music like me. I always considered myself a student of music, and still I am a student, and I am really lucky and I am really grateful to Almighty for giving me this chance to enter the greatest and most respected institution, Indian Institute of Technology, IIT Kharagpur. And I am grateful to Professor Pallab Dasgupta, Professor Joyshen, Professor Chakraborty, and Priyadarshi Patnaik, and all the senior professors of IIT Kharagpur. Actually, this is their kindness and their love for music, the reason of which I came here. And I consider that this is the time, particularly in this COVID-stricken time, we have enough experience that we should look at us, we should look in our inner self to understand that how we started thinking that we can do anything and everything, but God has taught us that we are very, very tiny, we can do very little thing, but our students, our future generation, they can do much better than us, because they are seeing all the good and bad things happening in this world in different directions, different dimensions. And music is a subject. Music is the only subject. We know that navidya sangitat para, but we never realize this. I think that through Indian music, and particularly Indian raga music, we have the option to rebuild us, to rethink about our thinking, our sense of imagination, our sense of creation. We can develop mostly through Indian raga music. And this Sur-o-Avishkar, what we are going to discuss today, among this August gathering, all the professors, all the instructors, all the deans, and all the respected persons are present here. And with my respect and pranamas to all of you, I'll try to make you little more better understand, or I shall be able to make you realize that how music, and particularly Indian raga music, can help us to understand the real meaning of creation. Because Creator is Almighty God, but we are the part of Almighty God. Our humanity only can understand the value of this Creator. That means the creation of this whole nature. Our nature is also a part of the whole nature of the world. So, in our music, we have enough element through which today this Academy of Classical and Folk Arts will definitely look towards the western part of the world to teach, to make them understand the value of our culture and the most valuable element, which is nothing but our Indian classical music. We know that Indian raga music has given us the sense of concentration. We can develop sense of concentration, sense of aesthetics, and sense of believing, sense of discipline through Indian raga music. How those can be developed, that will be discussed in our academy, and those things will definitely reach much better understanding of the students, particularly the student who I think who will be the real valuable people to teach the other part of the world that India's culture, India's tradition, India's raga music can bring the world peace. World peace may come, will definitely come, I believe, through Indian raga music. And raga music is originated from folk music, लोक संगीत. लोक संगीत से हमारा संगीत का सेंस डेवलप्ड हुआ है. And then we started developing raga music, keeping in mind the basic folk music. Like Bilabal. Bilabal, one of the most popular rag in our system, came from Bengal. Pahari came from Himachal Pradesh. And Mand, wherefrom we found Bhupali and Shutkalyan and Durga, those ragas. Those rag came from Rajasthan, from Mand. So those things will be discussed in our academy, and not only that, through the mathematics of music and the aesthetics of music, IIT Kharagpur will prove the value, the highest respected institution in the field of education, science and technology. I pray to Almighty for a complete success of this academy, and with all of your blessings, I formally announce the inauguration of Academy of Classical and Folk Arts, IIT Kharagpur. Thank you. Namaskar.
Today it's an auspicious day. IIT Kharagpur is celebrating its 70th foundation day today. Over a period of these 70 years of its journey, IIT Kharagpur has created many firsts amongst many activities in its schedule. The School of Management was set up for the first time in a technological campus by IIT Kharagpur. IIT Kharagpur had set up a law school in its campus for the first time. The School of Medical Science and Technology, a unique school to take forward medical research through technological intervention, was created for the first time in a technological campus. Again, IIT Kharagpur is creating history by launching an academy named as Academy of Classical and Folk Arts. The idea behind creating this academy is to create awareness amongst our students about the classical and folk arts. In fact, we are going to create a history in this technological campus by setting up this academy. We are indeed grateful to Padma Bhushan Pandit Ajoy Chakraborty for being with us to take this activity forward. Despite his busy schedule, he came forward to mentor this academy, and we are indeed grateful to him. I am confident that this academy is going to serve the purpose of the community and will bring new colors to the lives of IIT community. On this auspicious day, Pandit Chakraborty is going to deliver a lecture demonstration on a theme which is very relevant today when we are talking about innovation. Pandit Chakraborty will demonstrate how learning music can help us in developing different traits of scientific innovation. I am thankful to my colleagues who are helping in creating this academy and taking our activities forward. I thank you all for being with us today. Thank you.
Pandit Ajoy Chakraborty is an iconic figure and one among the legendary Indian classical vocalists of all time. He has been bestowed with many awards including Padma Bhushan, Padma Shri, Sangeet Natak Academy Award and the Kumar Gandharva Samman. He also received the Mahashangit Samman and the Bongo Vibhushan Samman, two of the state's highest awards. It is a challenge to sketch the vastness of Panditji's contribution. Although considered a scion and doyen of the Patiala Gharana, primarily representing Ustad Bade Ghulam Ali Khan Sahib's Gayaki, his repertoire extends to many other styles and to many different genres of music. Pandit Ajoy Chakraborty has more than 100 albums to his credit, published from India, the US, the UK, the Netherlands and Germany, that feature pure classical and light classical numbers including thumris, dadras, bhajans, and other devotional songs. He also has numerous recordings of Shama Sangeet, Robindra Sangeet, Nazrul Giti and Rag Pradhan that are widely popular. His melodious renditions of popular raga-based songs have attracted generations of music lovers towards music genres rooted in Indian classical music, both in India and abroad. Pandit Ajoy Chakraborty is also one of the most respected scholars of Indian music today. His virtuosity as a musician enables him to translate his deep knowledge of the ragas into creating new genres of music combining classical, pop and folk music. He has clinically demonstrated how many ragas developed out of folk music and how classical music can be used to systematically develop wonderful tunes for film and pop music. It is rarely the case that a hugely popular artist with a busy concert schedule gets the time to teach. In 1997, Pandit Ajoy Chakraborty founded an institution he named Shruti Nandan to encourage children to learn Indian music from a tender age. This school has trained hundreds of young musicians with amazing virtuosity. Panditji also trains many senior students at the ITC Sangeet Research Academy. As you will witness through today's lecture demonstration, Panditji is a gifted teacher and we as professors have much to learn from his unique style of teaching through popular examples and articulate demonstrations. Pandit Ajoy Chakraborty is a distinguished professor of IIT Kharagpur and the mentor of the Academy of Classical and Folk Arts. Under the Science and Heritage Initiative of IIT Kharagpur, Panditji has been collaborating with our faculty in discovering the deep structure of ragas and expressing them in terms of semi-lexical languages, an effort which is bringing out very interesting connections between machine learning in artificial intelligence and a modern pedagogy for learning raga music using a combination of structured domain knowledge and learning through examples. Today, Panditji will be outlining the faculties developed through learning music and their role in developing the spirit of scientific innovation. This motivational lecture demonstration will carry us through the creative liberty that is common to Indian raga music and engineering innovation, the importance of fundamentals and the need to prioritize creative thinking over rote learning as envisaged by India's new education policy. Ladies and gentlemen, with this, we invite Pandit Ajoy Chakraborty to deliver the Foundation Day lecture demonstration of 2020.
Namaskar to all of you. I first convey my regards to Mr. Birendra Kumar Tiwari ji for spending his valuable time for this lecture demonstration, or whatever you say, for the development of science and technology through music. It's a completely new concept, and IIT Kharagpur is the pioneer in doing this, making this academy for classical and folk arts. Classical and folk arts, and you have selected a person, very tiny student of music, Ajoy Chakraborty, to come forward and to be associated with IIT Kharagpur. I am really a student of music, and it was my dream that I could do my education from IIT Kharagpur. IIT is the most respectable institution in the world, particularly in our country, because wherever I visited in foreign countries, everywhere IIT has got its own position, own respected position in the field of education, in the field of science and technology. We are all proud of IIT Kharagpur. And this is the first attempt by IIT Kharagpur to make this academy for the development of science and technology through Indian music. We all know that music gives us different kind of peace, different kind of power, different kind of energy through our concentration practice and through the discipline of learning. We all know that Guru Shishya Parampara is the only learning process through which we can understand the value of a guru and a lovable existence of a student who gradually comes to that height, maybe more than the guru. All the gurus think that my student will go much ahead of me. Today, this evening, we are sitting, and among all four of us, Anol Chatterjee, a very senior student of mine, and not only that, he is one of the finest performer of Indian music, not only raga music, almost all the genre he practiced and he learned. And Sritama, here a tiny student of Shruti Nandan, and on tabla he is Mr. Devojit Putitundu. He's also like my son. So on behalf of all of us, please accept our respect to all of you. This most respectable gathering, all the professors, teachers, and head of the departments and deans are sitting here. So I'm going to discuss few things. The basic subject tonight is Sur and Avishkar. Sur and Avishkar. Avishkar, we know that it's connected with innovation, and Avishkar means to find out the same thing what we have already, but to find out some new height, some new dimension in seeing that. And Shrutinandan is an institution for the children where I teach all the students how to see music, how to see, not look. Because normally when we meet a person, we look at him and can recognize that he is Anil Chatterjee or he is Ajoy Chakraborty. But unless and until we spend a lot of time with him, we can't understand can't realize his humanity, his thinking, his value, his uniqueness. We can't understand. So it is very important to spend time and to have different dimension of his life. That should be understood and known to us. Otherwise, we know that music gives different kind of confidence in achieving any form of scientific or any subject. Because in the West, all the universities have got a special musical department, music department, to teach all the students. Because some of my students, some of my very successful students who sings very well, but they are doing research in medicine, in technology, in science, in different universities. They're teaching also there, some of my students, they're teaching. And they themselves feel and express their mind that they are so involved in their subject because they understood Indian raga music. But not that everybody gets time to practice and to become a performing musician. But we know that there is no theory in any subject, only practical knowledge. Anything we learn, if it is not practically understood, it's completely in the darkness. Maybe we can visualize something, but unless and until we digest that in our mind, in our consciousness, it's completely incomplete. It's totally incomplete. We know sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa, we know do re mi fa sol la ti do, we know engineering, we know medicine, we practice. But after certain time, a time comes when we think that this medicine may work better than this medicine. Or the fixing one roof, the structure of iron, this is the normal prescribed form. Maybe I can try to use one rod in this direction which can help for the betterment of the structure of the building. So that is the thing that one can develop through musical training. That is exactly the reason this Academy of Classical and Folk Arts has been established for the first time in the country. And I know that if the best students of IIT because all the students are gem. They are the best students of our country. If they get involved in music, their sense of imagination, sense of creation, and sense of developing themselves will be much, much, much more developed. I can guarantee. I will give some example through which you will very easily understand that how and what exactly I am going to say. Say for example, we know Saregama Padhani. Everybody knows. And some of you, I know that you have learned music and you can perform music as well, because I am seeing Dr. Pallab Dasgupta ji sitting here. He is a very good sitar player. And some of you, Professor Joy Shen, he is also a sitar player. And Dr. Patnaik is sitting here. He is a very lovable person. He plays flute. And some of the students and some of the lecturers, you also play or sing, whatever. But I am telling you, when I know Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Dha Ni Sa, I know. If I ask that chronologically, you just sing Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Dha Ni Sa, almost everybody, all of you can sing. But if I tell you Ga Ba Re Ga Dha Ba Sa Re Ni Da Re Ga Ma Dha Ni Sa, it will not that be easy for you. Pa Ni Re Ga Ma Dha Ba Ma Ga Ba Sa Re Ma Dha Ni Sa, Pa Dha Ni Ga Re Ga Ni Da Re Ma Dha Ba Sa Pa Re Sa, Sa Re Pa Dha Re Ma Dha Ba Ga Re Ga Ni Da Re Ma Sa, Pa Ni Sa Re Ni Sa Dha Ba Sa Ga Ma Pa. So, this is the first time I realized that even I know Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Dha Ni Sa, but I don't know how to see them individually, that this is Sa, this is Pa, this is Komal La, this is Komal Ga, this is Komal Ni, this is Shuddha Re, this is Pa, this is Shuddha Da, this is Shuddha Ni, this is Komal Ga. The position, because I can see them. I have tried to see them. And that seeing has come to a point when I can try to show them as well. Because when I see them, I can show you. If you just keep an octave in front of you to see Sa Re Ga Ma from here, Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Dha Ni Sa, then Sa Re Ni Da, Ga Ma Re Pa Sa Dha Re Ga Sa Ni Sa Re. But if you just learn Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Ma Pa Da, what we have learned from the day one, I have also learned in the same process. I didn't pass through a special system that I am talking so many things now. I have also learned in the same process. But I always try to see that what exactly I am singing. You will not believe, even today, I am really touching my ear to pay respect to all the great musicians. The greatest musicians of our country, till today, most of them never thought that what exactly they are singing. Like if I sing Baju band khol khol ja, dha mare sa. It's not dha, but it's dha. Ba sa ga ma pa dha pa ma ga re sa. We didn't like it. We don't like to sing like this because sa ga ma pa dha pa ma ga re sa. Baju, it's not the music. Baju band, baju band. Juband. This is Avishkar. Avishkar doesn't mean it's discover. I'm just trying to open the cover. That's all. It's there. It was there. It will be there. All the theory of engineering will be there, was there. Because we have learned from the great scientists, great engineers. But I have learned to make mimicry of them, make copy of them. That is not real education. I know that these students of IIT Kharagpur, they will bring new knowledge, and knowledge comes from within. It's not just having good informations from all the sources possible throughout the world. It's completely knowledge, because this was always there. Pada ba gama pada ga sa da ba gama ba sa pa ma ga re sa gama pada sa ga ni da ma pada ma re gama ba ga pa ma sa re ga ni re sa. And only these notes cannot make a rag. I'm sorry, because Anol is a much better singer than me, because this is the generation I am waiting to see, if maybe from heaven, that they will go much ahead of us. I just want to start, because a point of initiation should be there. This academy will initiate to make the students understand the value of creation, value of Avishkar, value of discovering things. And discovering things, in music we have so many things. Number one, swar. You sing some swar, any rag. See how beautifully he sings. Maybe because I kept Bhairavi, because the most favorite melodic form is Bhairavi all over the world. That's why I started with Bhairavi. Normally we conclude the recital with Bhairavi. But tonight in the evening, which is not at all permissible to sing Bhairavi in the evening, but I don't follow this time theory because it's not very scientific. You sing anything. Nizagama padapa, Nisagama padapa, Nidagama nidapa sani, Panida madapa sarida, Ganida reganida pamagarisa. Nizagama padapa, Padapa nidapa mapama, Panida madapa kapama sarigama garisa. Ba ba ba. Again. Nisagama padapa, Padapa nidapa mapama, Panida madapa gapama niride gama karisa. Nisagama nidapa, Padapa nidapa masadama, Panida gadapa samaga niride manidama garisa. Nisagama padapa. This is nothing but bringing me in a difficult situation. You do this or go to hell. This is our training process, and I want to develop this among the students. Theory will be there. We'll learn it. But after a certain time, we'll forget the theory. We'll go in a new place, new dimension, new area, new world, to make the whole world a completely new, with completely new understanding. And you can do that. You can do anything and everything. This was the comment by Swami Vivekananda ji. And not only that, I was going through a beautiful Sanskrit shlok. Kuto va nutanam vastu vayam utprekshitam kshamaha vacho vinyasa vaichitra matram atra vicharyatam. It is nothing but কিছুই না, এটা শুধু বৈচিত্র্য, বিন্যাস, বিভিন্নভাবে একটা জিনিসকে দেখা, বিন্যাস. What you are singing is বিন্যাস. You sing something in Antara. Dhapa mada ध प म ध प नि ग प ध नि म ध रे नि सा प ध नि सा नि ग रे सा ध प म ध नि प ध प म ध प नि ग प ध नि म ध रे नि सा प ध नि सा नि ग रे सा प नि ध प सा म ग प म नि ध प म ग रे सा नि सा ध प म
कत्ते धातिक भिन्ना भिन्न धातिक भिन्ना ग स रे सा नि सा प नि ध प ध नि सा रे नि सा ग प म ग प सा ध म नि ध प सा नि ध प ध ग रे सा
ग स रे सा नि सा प नि ध प ध नि सा रे नि सा ध प म ग प सा ध म नि ध प सा नि ध प ध ग रे सा.
This is what I learned. Now, ग स रे सा नि प ध नि ध ग ग स रे सा नि प ध नि ध सा रे नि सा ग ध प ग प म प नि ध सा ग ध प सा नि प ग ध म रे रे सा ग स रे सा.
So I can create it because it's not creating. It's a challenge for me. Yes, I can do. Whatever I will think now, I will do it now. It's possible. It's not that I learned. It's that I am learning, and learning continues throughout the life. Throughout the life one should learn, because that is the only process to go beyond our imagination. One mouse could make one Disney World. One mouse made the Disney World. So I know that IIT Kharagpur students will do anything possible through these 12 notes. Only one mouse could make Disney World. Then 12 notes, they can build a new world of technology and science. I believe that one day Indian scientists and technologists will make new aeroplanes. Because till today I know that even a screw comes from France or United States or Germany. Why? Why we have IIT Kharagpur? Why we can't make an aircraft from IIT Kharagpur? We can make. We have started making. But one day, all the domestic flights, even better flights than any Boeing or Airbus, anything can be conceived from IIT Kharagpur through music learning. So, pani ga pa sa ni pani ma da re sa dha sa ni pa da ni ga re sa. Pani ga pa sa ni pani ma da re sa dha sa ni pa da ni ga re sa.
Sa pa da ni ga da ba. Sorry, again.
Pani ga pa sa ni pani ma da re sa dha sa ni pa da ni ga re sa. Sa pa da ni pa ga ma da pa sa re ga ma ga re sa.
Sa pa da ni dha ga ma da ma re ni re ma da ma re sa.
Sa pa da ni pa ga ma da sa re da ma ga re sa.
Sa pa da ni pa ga ma da pa re ga da ma ga 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 re sa.
Sa pa da ni pa ga ma da pa ni re ga ma ga re sa.
Sa pa da ni da ma ga re sa ni da sa re ma 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 ga re sa.
Sa pa da ni ga re ni da pa sa re da ma ga re sa.
Ni sa ga ma pa da pa ni sa ga ma pa da pa ni sa ga ma pa da ni sa ga ma pa da pa.
Thank you. It's a sargam geet. It's not sargam. It's a geet, because this kind of variable composition you will not find anywhere. So it was my challenge to make this composition. And I never invented anything, because creation word is not applicable for mankind. Creation is his. He can create. We can discover, we can think about the taste of creation.
টেস্ট সাধাবা দেখো রে নয়ন মেলে জগতের বাহার নয়ন মেলে open your eyes to see জগতের বাহার to see this unique world you'll have to keep your eyes not these two eyes your inner eyes you'll have to keep it open দেখো রে দেখো রে দেখো রে নয়ন মেলে জগতের বাহার জগতের বাহার জগতের বাহার দিনের আলো কাটে অন্ধকার exactly because this is the creation of Satyajit Roy but it is not stopping there. I have option. Through disciplined practice for years, give me some spaces to think, to reconstruct, to imagine, to develop, to create new ideas. And I know that all the students of technology and science will bring a new world in front of our country, and India will be the best country within few years. But our honesty, our sincerity, our hard work, and our promise, our extensive hard work and promise can take us to a new height. See, she is sitting here. She is 13 years old. Are you?
11.
Only 11, I'm sorry. Only 11 years old. I will ask her to sing a famous composition of my Guruji, Ami Shure Shure Ogo Tomai Chhuye Jai. Actually, she has started learning few years back, and she is learning from my wife, Srimati Chandana Chakraborty. And she also learned from one of my tabla teacher, what's his name? Sujoy Dash. And I'm asking her to sing Ami Shure Shure Ogo Tomai Chhuye Jai. You sing, I'm singing the first line, then you sing. Create it, okay? I will see that, can you create something or can you imagine something? See. Naiba pelam, naiba pelam. His pitch is B flat. That's why I just shifted myself from C sharp to B flat. Dorosho tomar naiba pelam, dorosho tomar gane gane jodi. Today, in this, with the facility of internet, we are coming closer to you. You are having a cup of tea and sitting on a chair and enjoying this lecture. But I can't touch you. So I am trying to touch your heart through this song. Naiba pelam dorosho tomar, gane gane jodi tomaye pai. Through this music, I will come to your bedroom. I will touch your feet. I will have blessings from you. You cannot say no to me because I can come through this music. That's exactly I am doing. And music is the only subject through which I can connect to. Whether you are a scientist or a doctor or whoever. Gane gane jodi tomaye pai. Gao. Ba, naiba pelam. Naiba
pelam.
What you sang? Pelam. Naiba.
Naiva pelam.
What you sang? Gapa.
Gapa resa.
Darasho tomar. What you sang?
Ga ga pa ma ga.
Gane gane jodi.
Pa pa ma pa ma ga.
It would be better if you could sing pa pa da ma ga.
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 I know that this is not Papa Dhamaga. Papa Dhamaga is Papa Dhamaga. It's not music. It's technique. It's just knowing the frequencies. We call it Swara. But this Academy of Classical Folk and Folk Art will never teach this Swara. They will learn, here we will be able to learn how to make Swara as Sur, which is lovable, which is close to our heart. See, not only raga music, here folk music. I'm singing 2 lines in Bhairavi, what I was singing. Thank you, God bless you. God bless you. And this Ding, tana, ta, da, ding, ding, ta, da, ding, ding, ta, da, ding. Ding, ta, da, ding, ta, da, ding, ta, da, ding. They are classical musicians, so I am teaching them how to play light. Gena tin, tina tin, gena tin, gena tin, gena tin, gena tin. ये बात. This is not tabla. This is making music with the help of tabla. Only this. Don't make anything else other than this. Na jene mojo na pirite. O bhola mo. O bhola mon, jene shune korge piri, jene shune korge piri. खोल के बजाओ. জেনে শুনে করগে পিরিত, শেষ ভালো দাঁড়ায় যাতে. ওহো ওগো শেষ ভালো দাঁড়ায় যাতে. না জেনে করো না পিরিতে. সরি, না জেনে মোজো না পিরিতে. না জেনে মোজো না পিরিতে. না জেনে মোজো না পিরিতে. জেনে শুনে করগে পিরিতি. They have not learned the sarega or sanisa or nothing. জেনে শুনে করগে পিরিতি. But they don't know that without knowing a person very well, we should not fall in love. Jene shune korge piri. Jene shune. After knowing everything in detail, then only you come to a person to love. Jene shune korge piri. জেনে শুনে করগে পিরি. ও জেনে শুনে করগে পীড়িত শেষ ভালো দাঁড়ায় যাতে না জেনে মজো না পীড়িতে বলাম you know that this kind of famous baul singer, they sang one of the greatest composer was Lalan Fakirji. This is his composition. Na jene mojo na pirite. Don't fall in love with anybody without knowing him very in detail. So knowing him in detail, it was missing. Because we know that this is khayal, this is tumri, this is geet, this is bhajan, we know. But practical knowledge and practical performance can only make people understand the real value of our heritage and culture. Practice for engineering, for medical practice, for anything, for Sahitya as well. For Sahitya, anything, if you get involved only, then only you can know the detail. So, today is the first day. We don't have that much time. Just I'll sing one thing. You sang Bhairavi. Now you sang Bilas Khani Tori. Bilas Khani Tori. Same note. Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa. Same. Ga pa da ni da ma re ga. Ga re sa. Sing. Ga pa da ni da ma re ga. Ga re sa. Re ni sa re ga. Ga pa da ni da. Ga pa da sa. Pa da ni da ma re ga. Ga pa da sa ga ni da ma re ga. But in Bhairavi, pa da pa ga ma da pa ga ma re sa. So I know these notes, but to learn these details, to find out this different space, what I sang in Bhairavi and how that got completely changed in Bilas Khani Tori or Komala Sabari. Re ma pa da ma pa pa da ni da ma re ga re sa re ma pa da sa re ni da ma pa da ni da ma ga re ga ma pa da ma ga sa re ga ma re sa. Or if I mix with this pitch, if I mix some other notes which will not destroy the basic color of Bhairavi. Basic color. I am using the word color because it's a subject to see. Without seeing, a color cannot be proved. If I want to make people understand a red ball, I can't. I shall have to bring a red ball in front of the people to make them understand this is red and this is ball. If I want to make people understand a cat, I shall have to bring a living cat sitting in front of me. Otherwise, just you will have to show a picture. Picture will give you a basic sense of visualization of a cat, but its character, its meow sound, and its attempt to find out milk in different places of house, that can only be understood when a cat will come inside our home. Otherwise, that is not possible. So that practical knowledge, and if we learn from very early age, see, she's only 11 years.
She has started learning at the age of 6 maybe, no?
15.
5. Oh, when she was 5 years she started learning. Within 6 years she has started conceiving new ideas in the same line, same space of a particular line. Naiba pelam dorosho tomar, gane gane judi tomaye pai. So I think that I have taken a lot of time, of your valuable time, and whenever I will get time and this COVID situation goes away, I will come and touch your feet, and please believe that the students of IIT can go much higher place in the field of science and technology through music learning. So it is already late. I am also 68 years. So I want to devote myself with the very short span of time I have, but I want to give them. I want to make them understand. I want to make them realize that they can go much deeper and deeper and deeper to understand their own subject through raga music, through our music. And thank you very much, Devojit, Onal. Actually, I have given him the responsibility to take Shruti Nandan ahead because I am getting old, aged. Although I have some energy left, not that I am a very weak person, no, I have a lot of energy. I love to do this thing. And God bless you, Baba. Sritama. Sri Padma, I'm sorry. Sri Padma. And thank you very much for coming all the way from that long place, Amtala, with hired car. She has come because this is a very difficult time we are facing. So I know that I spent a lot of beautiful time in this lockdown period. I'm really happy, and I'll make 1 month compulsory lockdown time in my life after this COVID-19 goes away. Because that is the best time that I can think about these things and I can learn little more. Please bless me. Thank you. Namaskar. Bye. Namaskar, welcome to this question answer session. And again I am conveying my namaskar in regards to all of you, all the professors, all the directors and all the senior students and researchers. I have some beautiful questions from the respected professors and listeners of this beautiful inauguration program, what has just happened. First question from Professor Boidurjo Bhattacharya. Boidurjo Bhattacharya. You have asked that concept of symphony is not prevalent in Indian classical music. It's a very, very unique question. Symphony means 3 or 4 instruments and including one voice together. Unless and until the whole music is not written, it's not possible by 4 musicians to play, because one's mind cannot be read by other musician. So when I'm singing Sagapada and it's written, then four musicians, one violin, one cello, one piano, one oboe player, they can play Sagapada, but Sa Re Pa Ma Pa Da Sa Da. If student of same guru practices for a long time, 3-4 senior students, what happened in case of Pandit Ravi Shankar ji and Ustad Ali Abul Khan Sahab, Baba Ali Abul Khan Sahab, they and Nikhil Da, they all learned together from Baba Alauddin Khan Sahab. So their understanding between three musicians were very common, and it was it could be thought of that what kind of phrase he will play next. But in a symphony, everything is written, and Indian music is not any written music. So it's very difficult to make symphony which is based on orchestration. So, but chorus performance of different musical instrument or with the help of some voice, that can be organized. And Onol is there. He will tell me the next question.
Manak Malhotra ji is asking how to get better akar tan.
Better akar tan, it's a technical question. Tan means movement. Sarega sarega ma You sing gama ba da. It's just practice. It's a technique, but akar tan means maintaining the correct openness of It's not sometimes we find this kind of thing. That is, in my belief, we should avoid. And if you want to know that, you can join any class where you can learn correct akar. Second question.
Gokul Acharya ji is asking why music keep vibrating in our ears for a long time.
Our music vibrates for a long time because it maintains a particular melody. And any melodic form, if I know ta 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 da 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 da. And not only that, we come to the sign, because we have sign and cross in our arohi, in our sthai portion. Sthai, the first part of the song, second part is antara, third sanchari, fourth is abhog. And in sign, we always come back. This cyclic order to come back to some or come back to the mukhara, that is very relevant in Indian music. So, as many times as you come to the mukhara, it haunts in our mind, and it is very easily remembered by the listener. So, as soon as it comes, we know it is haunting in our mind, and all the time it's giving us some sense of enjoyment, some sense of uniqueness, some sense of good melodic form. And we all know that it's a composition of Satyajit Ray. Next question.
Hema Jhaji is asking, do we have to separately enroll for the course in music in the academy, being the student of engineering, or it will be taught to everyone voluntarily? Please let me know. I am interested in learning.
Technically, I don't know, but I know that if you register in this academy, you will definitely be benefited with all your questions and everything in the Indian musical scenario. I think that those questions should be answered by senior musicians, not only vocal, instrumental also. We will have some instrumentalists as well later on. But basic raga questions and basic understanding of Indian music and their typical nuances of different ragas, those will be clearly understood by all of you. I can guarantee that. Here is another question from Professor Ajoy Chakraborty. The system of chords is widely prevalent in Western music. Do you see any role of this system in Indian music? Indian raga music, normally we don't use chord. But chord and badsamba, this is almost same. Ta, ta, sa, pa, fifth note relationship makes chord. And if we add the third note, it becomes a major chord. And if we use the flattened third note, it becomes a minor chord. Ta da da and ta da da, these are the basic chords which we use in any form of music all over the world. But ta da da da, this is sixth. Ta da da da, this is minor sixth. Or da 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 da, this is seventh. These are the typical learning of Western chords. But in our music, we can easily use those chords, and we normally use in those chords when we sing film songs or songs of different genre. So in raga music, when all the notes are connected to each other, so there is no individual existence of any note. So chords sometimes make noise, but sometimes it may help as well. That is, we'll have to see and watch. Third question from Professor Anandaru Bhattacharya. They are all very genius professor of Kharagpur. Through your studies on Sur-se Bane Dhun, you have shown how popular music can be structurally constructed from classical. What kind of understanding of sur and tal is needed for mastering this kind of creativity? First of all, there is no existence of classical music in Indian music. Indian music, classical means raga music. So it is not composed. Ragas, basically we know, we learn from our gurus, but it's our sense of imagination, the student's sense of imagination, which can develop this. Ta da ta da da da. Say for example, I taught a student saga pa da ni da pa, but I always try to make my student think from their own mind. Ta da 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 ta, keeping the same melody, or a ta da 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 ta da da, whether we are playing a sitar or you are singing. And particularly in singing, we have a unique thing which instrumental music doesn't have, that is the lyric. Every lyric has got its own meaning and feeling. So that is the extra thing. And in this Rag Bane Dhun, Madhuban mein Radhika naache re, it's composed in pure Hamir. Now, Madhuban mein Radhika naache re, Madhuban mein Radhika naache re, Madhuban mein Radhika. When I sang in front of full house in Bombay or Dubai or America, we find that everybody enjoys this composing attitude, because Madhuban mein Radhika, this is a composition composed by some great composer. But Madhuban mein Radhika naache re, Madhuban mein Radhika, or O Sham kuch
अजीब थी. अब जानते हैं वो शाम कुछ अजीब थी, वो शाम कुछ अजीब थी, वो शाम कुछ अजीब थी. So it's your sense of imagination which can make a different kind of peace, enjoyment and success of mind that yes, I can think about. What is the next question?
Sunil Kumarji is asking that can we tie folk music to classical ragas?
Actually, classical ragas means ragas are basically derived from folk music. Like, O Bishir Bashire, O Poda Bashire. This is a Bengali folk. ঘরের বার করলি রে তুই আমারে, তুই গুণ করিলি খুন করিলি, দংশিলি মোর প্রাণে রে, দংশিলি মোর প্রাণে রে, ঘরের বার ও বাসি, ঘরের বার করলি রে তুই আমারে. See, Sare Gama Pada Nisa, Sani Da Ni Da Pa, Gare Gama Pama Gare Sa. It's Allahi available. Sa Gare Gama Pa Dha Ga Pa Dha Ni, Sare Gare Sa Da Pa Ni Da Pa. O Bishir Bashire Nisa da Paga Pada Ni da Pa. The approach is different, but it's same melody. But after getting cultured by so many senior musicians, that original stone from Versailles, this pearl, became cultured pearl, and with the cultured pearl we can use any kind of ornamentation which we may not be able to make from natural pearls. So natural pearls is always unique, but not according to our own necessity. They cannot be satisfied according to our need. But in raga music we can create our mind, we can paint our mind. Ga ga re ga pa ma ga ma re sa re sa da ga pa da ni da pa da ga pa da da ni da pa da ga ma re ga pa ma ga. This is the relationship between folk and raga music. However, next question.
Avinav Dattaji is asking, sir, how can I make my voice perfect?
It's a technical question. I am not going to answer you now because you can learn from different sources, even from my online classes or everything. It's a typical technical process of learning that you can learn. I am coming to the next question from Ishita, PhD student. I am very interested in this question. What is your vision regarding your involvement with IIT students to the Academy of Classical and Folk Arts? There will be courses, regular training, workshop, interactions, everything will be done there. Everything. You just contact Dr. Pallab Dashgupta. He is my most respected young brother. You can contact him. Questions from Professor Pallab Dashgupta. This is very important for me because he is so innovative person. His questions are completely very well thought of. He has written, you did a wonderful playback for Bandish Bandits. The series explores the conflicts and synergies between traditional ways of learning and rendering music and the use of contemporary technologies that makes a
makes it easier for immature vocalists to gain popularity. What is your recommendation for the new generation? I think that only tradition will not satisfy this new generation. Tradition will have to be maintained, of course, because to find anything, to create anything, you will have to look back. That's what my ancestors did. And after knowing that, you will have to fly in the open sky to experience different ideas. So,
Disco Divane, Disco Divane,
I can sing it. Ne ne ga ga re sa. I will maintain classicality, raga music, but
Disco Divane,
or kya that song from Sholay. What is the song? Mehbooba, 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 mehbooba. Here also you have a lot of ideas. Sare ga sare ni sa, pani sare ga sare ni re sa, mehbooba, mehbooba. To paint the picture, to focus the story, we are making different kind of voice training, voice culture. Of course, only through raga musical and Indian voice culture can produce any form of voice all over the world. If I want to sing only by practicing Indian voice training and voice culture, one musician, successful musician, if he really learns in correct process, he can sing, try any form of music in the globe. But any outside musician who sings a typical cultured voice only, because our voice is very normal voice, very natural voice. We sing with natural voice. But we know that how to culture it and how to express in different way. But foreign musicians, they cannot sing a single phrase of raga music. I have experienced it for the last 50 years. So, I think that we should know. Now, Ghum Ashena, Ashena Ghum Ashena, Ashena Ghum Ashena, Du Chokhe Amar, Du Chokhe Amar, Ghum Ashena, Ghum Ashena. It's not very natural for a raga music singer. But these people like Onal or other young musicians who have learned in this Shruti Nandan process, they can sing any form of singing. So this is the uniqueness, that is the uniqueness really of my Guruji, Guru Gyan Prakash Guruji. He always taught us that try to know the good things and very carefully eliminate the bad things. So throughout the life you have the option to learn. And last question here from Purnika, the daughter of Professor Pallab Dasgupta. She has asked that how to combine riyaz and education. I believe, I have experienced in my life, because up to higher secondary I was very fond of science, because that time everybody used to have science stream for their developed education, upper class education. And I came to know finally that it never suited me. And finally, when I came to music, I was first class first both in graduation and masters. If you love, first of all, you will have that passion and love for any subject. And ultimately, you learn history, Sanskrit, mathematics, etc., etc. And ultimately, when you are a doctorate in particular subject, then you are concentrating only on one subject. But in school level, you can learn music. For every student, they should learn music for developing concentration, for developing mathematical arrangement, for developing the softness, unique talking, because which is also a contribution of Indian raga musical training. So you continue that your music. Education is a common thing that you will have to pass, you will have to go to the college. That is compulsory. But after some times, after passing graduation, if you want to learn music full-fledged, like what Kaushiki did. Kaushiki is a first class first from Jadavpur University in philosophy. But she knew that music is her first choice, first cup of tea. So it depends on how much you are involved. And I think both the things up to a certain level, then after that you will have to decide that which should be your first choice, first preference. Last question here from our one or two questions.
Somebody is asking how to improve flexibility or modulation ability of the vocal cord.
That is also a technical question, you will have to learn for that. I am not going into the deeper because so many things you will have to learn for developing voice training and voice culture, training and culture.
Sommu Chakraborty ji is asking, can an outsider like me can enroll here?
That is the question you will have to ask Dr. Pallab Dasgupta ji. If they don't allow, you can come to me in my online class or any Shur Darshan music where I am teaching. But I am there always to help you.
क्वेश्चन यहाँ पर एक पूछे हैं, एक भाषा जिसमें लोक संगीत की बहुत प्राबल्य हो, आज तक जिसमें लाइट या सेमी क्लासिकल का गाना बना ही नहीं, उसमें हम ये सब बना सकते हैं या नहीं? हम संबलपुर उड़ीसा से हैं, मानस कुमार जी.
Yes, why not? It depends on what is exactly going on, how you are going to conceive the thinking. If I say, Kaun gali gayo shyam, kaun gali, kaun gali, kaun gali, gao.
Kaun gali,
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 kaun gali gayo sham. This is what I learned. Kaun gali, I learned. But kaun gali, this I have started imagining. So learning and imagining, it also depends on the quality of the lyric. And lyric has got a very, very important role in Indian raga music. Thank you very much. Namaskar. And I am expressing my gratitude to all of you, all the senior professors, students, researchers of IIT Kharagpur, that this academy has started working in this COVID period. Actually, COVID has taught us how to go into the mind. Actually, external thing we have learned, we always learn. But in Indian music, which is derived from our mind and heart, which cannot be written, that things or those things should be developed in this kind of period when we are locked. So I have decided to have every year 1 month lockdown to develop myself, to learn myself, to see my inner self. So lockdown, this COVID-19 has taught us this good thing. I pray to Almighty that everybody get rid of this bad patch of time, and please be happy and stay safe. Thank you. Namaskar. Pranam to everybody.